All cars will function and respond differently to features such as cruise control and speed limiters. Be sure to read your car handbook to learn the correct use of these functions before attempting to use them on the road. Enjoy the video. Joining the M54, let's build some speed up. I haven't got the speed limiter switched on. I'm going to try and get ahead of this lorry. No, he's going faster than me. Let's drop behind him. So now we're going to talk about cruise control instead of the speed limiter, although there are similarities. Cruise control is normally indicated by this icon here, a picture of a speedometer dial with an arrow on it. I press it once to activate it, and then I've then got to tell the car what speed I want to do. So I'm going to set it to about 55. So because I was doing 55 at the time I pressed set up, it's locked in the speed of 55. Cruise control means that I no longer have to use the gas pedal, so I can take my foot away, and as if by magic the car will continue to drive along at 55 miles an hour. Now that doesn't mean that you can really take your feet away from the pedals too far. We still need to have the right foot certainly handy just in case we need the brake. But in a similar way to using the speed limiter to control the speed very exactly to achieve good fuel economy, cruise control does exactly the same thing. Driving examiners love technology such as this. If you've got cruise control and you're on a long stretch of road, dual carriageway perhaps, where it's 40, 50, 60, put cruise control on. If you don't have cruise control but you do have a speed limiter, by all means use that. It achieves the same sort of thing in terms of fuel economy. Now if I wanted to increase my speed now, let's say I wanted to do 60, I've got two options. Option number one is that I put my foot on the gas pedal and I can increase the speed to 60 and then press set up, and it will lock in now whatever speed I was doing when I pressed the button again. So I was actually doing 61. Another way that I can increase the speed is without using the gas pedal. I can just nudge the set up button and it will increase my speed, and I'll let go when it gets to 70. This means that I'm now going to be catching up the lorry in front, so we need to be aware of maybe doing an overtake. I'm not going to overtake the lorry though. I'm going to cancel by pressing can. That's temporarily disabled the cruise control, so you can see that the car is slowing down. It will slow down until the car stalls, so I now need to take over again by normally driving with the gas pedal. Let's get back to 55 or 56. press the set button again, and it will match the cruise control to whatever the speed the car was doing at the time. We can do the same for slowing down as well, so let me speed up to show you, using pressure on the gas pedal to speed me up. That's probably enough. 66 is a perfectly good number. I can slow down by holding the set minus button. And this way, cruise control is still activated. I'm just telling it to do a different speed. Now let's say we were programming it to 60. Well, let's go for 65 actually. We decided to overtake the lorry in front. We may need to increase our speed to 70 just so that we make the overtake a little bit quicker, so that we're not holding up other traffic in lane 2 that also wants to overtake. So what I can do is I can use pressure on the gas pedal to increase my speed to 70. I'm now driving the car manually. Once we've overtaken the lorry and given the lorry enough braking distance, it's slightly wet weather today, so I'm going to go for 4 seconds braking distance or following distance. Now there is another car behind me, so I want to move out of the way as soon as it's safe. Let's tell the car what I'm planning. Do my move over. And now if I come off the gas pedal, the car will slow down again, but only as far as 65, because that's the cruise control set speed at the moment. There are 2 other ways to switch cruise control off. One of those is a legal requirement on cars, and that is if you put your foot on the brake pedal, cruise control will automatically disengage. That's quite an important safety feature. I can press resume to pick my speed back up to the set speed. Also, if I was to change gear, anytime I put the clutch down, will also disable cruise control. So that's something to be aware of if you were, say, doing 50 miles an hour in 5th gear. Let's program that in. Aware there's a lorry a fair distance behind me. I don't want to really inconvenience him. But if I was to change from 5th gear to 6th gear, cruise control would disengage because I'd put the clutch down. Let's build my speed back up to about 60. There we go. So whereas the speed limiter wouldn't let me go over a certain speed unless I took some action, cruise control won't let me go below or above a certain speed unless I take some action. Where can you use cruise control? You can use it anywhere where you are likely to be able to do a constant speed for a fair bit of time. What do we mean by a fair bit of time? I'd say maybe even half a minute is enough. So if you're on a long, straight 30-mile-an-hour road and traffic is moving quite freely, cruise control at 30. If you're on a motorway and you're happy doing 60 or 65 or 70 and traffic is moving quite freely, absolutely engage cruise control. If we were in more congested traffic, say on a smart motorway with variable speed limits, I may use it, but if I was constantly having to switch it on and switch it off, or constantly using the brake pedal, or wanting to slow down and then put cruise control back on, it's probably more hassle than it's worth. just to recap, cruise control sets a target speed and the car will achieve that speed. It will drive at whatever speed I've told it to, as long as I'm in the correct gear for that speed. I can increase the speed either by reprogramming it with a nudge up or a nudge down, or I can override cruise control by pressing the gas pedal, which I will demonstrate once the Black Ranger in front of me is a slightly better distance. So increase the speed with the gas pedal, take my foot off the gas pedal, and the car will return to whatever speed I've programmed, in this case 60. If I want to go below 60, I can either wind it down, I can press cancel, or if I needed to use the brakes, pressing the brake pedal would also disable cruise control. So I hope today's video has been useful to you. It's the 1st of January 2021, so Happy New Year to everybody. And we'll see you again on another video very soon. Some cars are also equipped with adaptive cruise control. This car doesn't have that facility. But what it means is that you can program in your desired speed. In this case we've set 70. But the camera in the front windscreen will measure the distance between you and the car in front. And if you get too close to the car in front, it will automatically reduce your set speed to 69, 68, 67, so that you don't get too close to the car in front.